Hi guys. How you doing? I'm just going to check this on the other end. My voice is kind of scratchy today. There we go. But I'm not doing too bad. Let's see. Wow. Oh, Isabel, grandbaby was born on September 11th at only 29 weeks. Well, that's early of gestation. Prayers and good vibes are appreciated. Well, you've got them. You have got them. I know that the people that watch my channel are good-hearted folk. Hey, T Doodles. Hi, Ellen. Glad to see you in here. Oh, yes. Now, I just had a few of the questions taken down. I got Zena's, uh, our lovely lady. Zena got her thing. And Gina, I'm going to read your story. I did read it before I hopped on while I was getting ready, and I'm so tickled. Okay, and Isadora Smith R., one of our lovely mods, the OG of the mods. Great question, my love. Got that number two. And let's see. Yes, Ellen R. got your question. My tummy is rumbling. I'm not hungry, just in case you hear my mic. Um, it just it just wants to, say hello. And hello, Gina. And everyone, Scorpio Mama, hello. I've got that extra fry in my voice today. Excuse me. I did take my antihistamines, but everything's a bloom in here. So let me just see. Let me make sure. Hey, Lori and Aline and Gail and artist Liz. There we go. Now we have four. So we have one more spot. And I am going to stick to my number five today because my voice. We don't know how long this old scratchy thing is going to last. There we go. All taken up now. Got it. Scorpio Mama, got your fifth, that you are the fifth one. Oh, all right. Lori. All right, that's it. All right. So Ellen, I think I got your question already, but let me just go back and look at them real quick. Okay, we got Zena. We have Okay, yeah, you did make it in time. So got that. Isadora Smith, and then artist Liz, Scorpio Mama, Lori Christine, and Ellen R. Got them. All right. That's it. No more questions can be taken now. Can you please have a reading? Oh, well, if you have a question, I'm more than willing to take it right now if it's a very quick one. So make your question, Crystal Rose, and I will read your question, okay? But that's after Crystal Rose, all up. So Isadora Smith will put up no more questions being taken now after Crystal Rose. Please make the question very focused as much as you can and nothing too complicated. We want to be able to keep it moving, as much as we can. Sometimes we have to stop and take time. This is not a factory, and it's meant to be a more personal touch, but it's the way I can give back because I couldn't honestly. I don't do readings in my time off the channel. Got it, Crystal Rose. So this is my way of giving back and reading for community for free. Um, I I just have a lot of issues around sometimes when I would read for people and money, and it's just like trying to make up what my mind on how I wanted to share my gift, and this works out the best for me. So I hope you all appreciate it and understand I don't get it right all the time, but it's a heartfelt effort on my behalf for you, and I appreciate it when people like Gina come in and get back to me and let me know what happened. So without further ado, I'm going to take a look at that and what she was sharing. And artist Liz, once, oh, she has, yeah, she's sharing what she was sick with. Okay. And people, artist Liz let us know that there's some unknown viruses going around. So not only do we have COVID kicking the heck back up, I couldn't even go to my wound care because there was only two nurses out of usually a handful of them, um, that were able to handle all the patients. And they said, no, please don't come in. Oh, and I love doing it. Thanks, artist Liz. It's, that's a win-win for us all. Um, it's a great way to have community online, especially if you're spoony and you have issues with your health, or getting older, and it's all good. Or younger for that matter. I'm getting younger personally. I just had my last birthday. Let's see, I turned 21 again. So you've been sick for a couple of weeks now. Oh, poop. And now you have the laryngitis. Please, everyone, take care of yourselves. Yes, and you know how we were seeing that in some of my readings for us all as a group, the TLC. I think now we're knowing why. There is an unknown virus going around. No way to test for it. Now, that's not to make you afraid because you cannot live like that. But just to take precautions, wash her doctor, just let her know about that. Share the news with your family and friends. Make sure people are washing their hands. Maybe put the antiviral soap back in the by the sinks, Change out the towels. So I'm just going to start shuffling while we're sharing. And I don't have a cold, but I do have allergies. I do have indoor outdoor allergies this year, and they're particularly tough. So I did take my antihistamine, but he's still kicking my butt. Still kicking my butt. Been like that all morning. My eyes are really watery. Rosemary says, an unknown virus. Whoa. Recently, I found 3 bottles of echinacea and 2 bottles of amino acids. So I guess, yeah, God knows was leading you to find that. I do that too. I think, why do I need to buy this? And I'll argue with myself. And uh, many times it is like maybe a week or two later, and something comes up, just like with this unknown virus. Uh, the other thing was, a lot of times in my readings, I was getting signs popping up of like the COVID virus and pandemic concerns. So that and this together make me want to say to you, take that precaution. Okay. Just like pre-COVID, not meant to scare, but to be aware. I like that. Not meant to scare, but to be aware. Mask up if you have, you know, health, immune system problems, that kind of thing. Oh, and thank you. Thank you, who made that donation. Thank you so much. Someone did that. I just got a little notice. Friend said she takes 1 dose of homeopathic remedy for cold and flu every week, and she never gets anything anymore. Ooh, I'm going to try to get in that habit too. Well, not a bad idea. I think anything that can help your immune system naturally and give it a boost, we need to do everything we can that has the least side effects possible. And it's, again, not to be alarmist, um, but this is the kind of thing. And there's a child that, come out with measles in Los Angeles, and you woke up with a bloody nose the other morning. Make sure that if you need to have more moisture in the air, you might want to get move a little humidifier, into your room. So when you sleep at night, my husband has that problem. And sometimes out here, if the air gets too dry, it's really, or you have a cold, get one of the just like your mom did many times when you were little. But you got to clean those things out too. Um, Water dehumidifier, put that, or humidifier rather, not dehumidifier, but a humidifier, and put it in your bedroom for when you sleep at night. That will help with the bloody nose stuff too. And we're going to see all kinds of different shifts because of earth changes, weather changes, it's good to take note of it and to share that with other people. Oh yes, honey products like propolis. Yes, it helps with viruses and allergies. Yeah, I just got this. Liquid immune support. It has zinc. I don't know how you say this one. Quercetin, and it's got A, C, vitamin K, 2 and D3, elderberry, chlorophyll, echinacea. Just got that. I'll be popping some of this. It tastes nice. Tastes like fruit. Um, for sure. And taking quality. Yes. It's don't go cheap on that. Get a really reputable quality probiotic. Our gut health is really important. I learned that right before the probiotic craze came in. I was led naturally, just like uh, Lori, I think it was one of you all mentioned, to find a remedy for my own, what turned out to be, I had irritable bowel. And the way I helped to get it under control was through taking probiotics. And I went to doctors and everything. And I was in a health food store one time, and I was led to this magazine. I just knew when I found the article, it's like, oh my God, this is it. And so I bought some of the things that they suggested to help build more of the bacteria up, the good bacteria, which you can feed it is like a glucosamine type of a tablet if you can take that. An elderberry is, yeah, is like a holy grail for sure. Is one of those that's really good for throat, ear, you know, because it all gets connected, your nose, your throat, and your ear, at night and stuff, and you get like, oh, that hurts. So, and we're going toward winter. Now we're going to have more people you know, indoors, depending on where you live. But still, it's happening already. So, forewarned, I no longer have migraines. Yeah, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. I believe it. Okay. And let me just read what Gina put. So she had me read for her a few lives ago about who she was going to end up staying with. She had a choice between two folks. Well, two Capricorns, was it? I can't remember. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. The Cancers. Ah, it wasn't Capricorns, Cancers. So here's my update on the two Cancers, the slightly young one and the slightly older one. So now she is in a committed relationship with the slightly older one, just as I predicted. Ha! Wonderful. And it looked like it was like going to be like you guys would be like really well suited, like just real look good. Nice to see that. And thank you so much for coming back and letting us know. That's everything. I appreciate that. Oh, yes. And turmeric. Yes. Pepper, boiled water. I should do that. It's interesting because I love turmeric, and I always put it all over. Like if I've got chicken that I'm doing, I rub it in. Always got the stained hands afterward, but, I don't worry about that too much. But incorporating it every day would be highly beneficial for me because I've got it in my neck as well. Once you have after you hit like 35, I'm sorry, but you're going to have more physical body pains. And in particularly once you hit around 50, 55, then you really feel it. Ah, Lily Flower, nice to see you here. You took a job, but you found out the CEO. Ah, This is where we found that somebody wasn't being honest. But you found out that the CEO did not tell you the company was had no cash. Then they couldn't pay you, right? Oh, we saw last time. Take the new job. Take the new job. I don't know if you saw it or not, Lily, but it would be on the last live. And I got to take, I remember the reading. Take a new job because this is, they were not honest with you. You'll have problems. Get out of it and take a new job. I do remember that. I'm glad that I was able to tell you that because the questions are full up. So take the new job, Lily Flower. Don't stay there. Uh-uh. Elderberry stops invalidated, oh, enveloped, sorry, type viruses from replicating. Wow, I didn't know that. Oh, that is so cool. From replicating, no replication, no sickness, because it's not going to, I get it. Cool, cool. And Gina says, put out your resume. Yes, absolutely. That's what I saw. It's like, no, get out of there. They're just going to be trouble. If anyone is on blood thinners, turmeric, ginger, pineapple can make your blood thinners stronger. Anyways, check just to be safe, especially with pineapple. Now, I know people taking certain medicines cannot drink pineapple juice. So always know your really know what you've got to take and know what you don't react well to. I have saved my own hide a number of times by knowing the medicines I receive. Because I've nearly been given someone else's medicine a couple of times in different hospitals. Be careful not to take too much turmeric in a supplement form as it can damage the liver. It can also, at the very least, like one time when I was taking it and I couldn't take it in the capsule form, was giving me indigestion. It's like, oh, it's coming back. It was repeating itself. And it was like, this is not good. That's super cool. Elderberry. Yeah, I love learning that. I've always loved elderberry and thought, oh, that's a wonderful, wonderful berry out there. I love currants as well, black and red currant. Ugh, anything with that in it. Okay. So I think we're caught up. And I just decided with the latest on the craziness going down with Charlie Kirk's killing and all of that, that what I saw in that case was that there's so much that's hidden right now, just to lay still kind of and wait because people are just skewing the waters and confusing them more and more, that there's going to be real deep hidden stuff that hasn't come out yet. So a lot of this is going to be corrected. And we've already been seeing that, you know. Wow, and you thought turmeric was safe. Yeah, anything, and that especially stuff that's got a little bit of a kick to it, that's got some strength, you got to be careful with it. Um, like just with ginger, I found out one time, especially thinking the ginger was going to settle my stomach, and then when I had to get sick and throwing up ginger, well, you can imagine that was like throwing up molten lava. It was no fun. So yeah, the old reflux. You just got to figure out what works with your system. And I think that, what amount you can do. Yes, you can overdo anything. Like overdo iron, you can poison yourself. So even though, like, if you take iron supplements like I have to because of pernicious anemia, you got to watch that too. Real easy. That's why it's good to pay attention and start to like not ignore your body like we did when we were younger. Paying attention to your body is a super cool thing to do. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Um, and I'm just going to focus on the questions you guys have in a move to have more healing energy here. All right. My cat is crying because she knows that my daughter's coming home. She does this every time. It's a certain kind of a cry that she lets out, and she gets frustrated. All right. I don't know if she's picking up on my mic or not, but uh, just wanted you guys to know I'm not ignoring her. All right. So, guidance from the higher power regarding your future husband. Any hints? All right. Thank you. All right. Let's take a look. I'm going to use the connection oracle for this from Trish James. Let's see what we would get. Get a sip of coffee. It's overcast here, and it just makes me feel like winter's already here. It just makes me kind of like in cave mode, hibernation mode. Okay. In winter in Northern California is when we get our rain. It gets green in winter rather than dead. So that's very different from where I'm from originally in Missouri. All right. So let's see. Xena, guides, Holy Spirit, help me to read accurately and clearly, please. Higher self. Now, on Xena, she would like to one day settle down with a partner, a healthy relationship. What is on her horizon in terms of marriage? Does she need to know about? And please guide her. And who would be good for her and her for them and a healthy relationship? Please bring them together. What is, and let me know about my sound. Okay. What is Cena's future husband? What can we know about that? All right. And after I read for everyone, I'll do a group reading for the channel, for everyone here in the channel. Okay, we get persevere and keep trying. All right. Just be like a goat. You know how goats are. They're cute, but they are persistent. They really are. I was just watching some goat videos. I love little goats. They're just so cute. And you know what? Goat's milk is great. Goat's cheese. Great for your skin too. Ah, keep working with your spirit guides and persevering toward a new partner, toward this one. So daily get, in contact, I think, with your spiritual team and get clear and more clear on the type of partner that you want. I would, if you haven't already, get a sheet of paper and write down deal breakers, like do you want to have children? You know, Beliefs where there's incompatible beliefs. Sometimes people can, you don't realize it until you get way deep. So be really clear about that so that if he's not, you're clear enough to ask him about those things and know what's going to be a deal breaker for you or not. Write down what those things are and write down what you desire. What is a deal breaker and what is a must have, you know, and what you can, you'll always be, of course, having to, people have their foibles or whatever, but you'll know what you can work with and what you can't. But definitely the deal breaker things like that is very good to get clear. And so I'm getting assistance and spirit guide with this and to keep getting out there. You don't meet people by staying in your room. You can get tired of going out, take your break or whatever, but make yourself get out there so that you can meet other people and be persistent. And when you get tired and you get frustrated, you can definitely be talking to your guides and talk to them before that, because there is like deception, lies, dishonesty with this card. if you're too kind, people can take advantage of you. And we get older and fragility. Now, this could be like an older male that could be maybe not completely honest with you, that could come your onto your path. That's something to know about. And it might be that they have some maybe ego fragility. And maybe that's why there's the deception. Maybe they're trying to cover for a lack of security. A lot of people will do that. What else? I'm getting home and I'm getting like security and safety and a feminine presence. Hmm. Something makes me feel like this is connected maybe to this older figure. And there might be a feminine, I'm feeling like a mother energy, maybe. Something with the home. Now, I'm not quite sure what all that's about. This one doesn't feel like it's somebody that honestly I would invest into because of the lies and deception, but they might be more of an adventure but in between until you meet someone that is going to be more of your wavelength. You get journey and anniversary celebration. Hmm. Could be like even going to parties or to dinner parties. And it could be just out to dance as well. I don't know if you do that. But then I think the journey is over with that person. That's interesting. And there's a sense of you're doing proud. There's proud doing you're doing well. There's something maybe that you will learn or pick up from that experience. I don't like I said, I don't feel like that one is the one, but I feel like it somehow it's the path leading to the one. I don't know why. Then yeah, it's going to be because it changes your perspective, it brings more wisdom. So I think that it will help you to realize the one, maybe. Yeah, there's emotional overwhelm. So it's like maybe if you have a tendency to have emotions to overwhelm your perspective, it might be that when you go through, once you've met this person and come the other side of that, it could be that your perspective would change and not as emotional, not as likely to get as overwhelmed after knowing this person. I don't know. It kind of feels like that. I'll pull some more cards because I'm kind of like, eh. Yeah, there's adapting through a difficult time. Might be a little bit hard time ahead in between now and when you meet them. And just know that, and anyone out there, that sometimes that person that is your person isn't quite ready yet. They might be somewhere else, uh, learning certain lessons so that they're going to be ready for you and you for them. I'm not kidding you. It's kind of what happened to me and my husband and what I've seen happen with other people. And it just is reminding me of going through that dark night of the soul before you meet the person that you can really appreciate and that would be the better fit for you, the healthier choice. Yeah, because we're looking at adapting from out of impulsive behavior. There's still some impulsivity, some immaturity there, and emotional tendencies that are, I think, being matured, being polished. And then there's going to be freedom, release of pressure. And then I think like this really feels like that's when you're going to likely to cross paths. Let me see. There's memories, reminiscing. Hmm. And you're releasing, letting go of grudges or letting go of people. And maybe this person that is the in between male, recovery, time to heal after that. I feel like there's an interim relationship that you're going to be healing from with an older male. And it's always not written in stone. This might be just if things keep going as they are. And yeah, but there's someone else. Okay. And slow down, take more time. You could end up settling for someone here, and that's okay because I think even if you do that, you're going to learn something important from it, that it kind of shaves off a tendency that's impulsive or emotional, overwhelmed response. I'm sorry, I haven't even looked at what you're saying, so I get to reading. Yes, and we all are. You're not alone, just so you know, we all are. It's an ongoing process. I think we only end it once our lives and mission here is over. So there's no, we are all in progress, works in progress. So someone else, slow down. This person, this older man, I don't feel like is there for the long haul. I feel like an in between individual here. And there's some healing after that. And then they're saying, slow down. There's someone else. And there's this nice gesture of thank you. There's a gratitude. Hmm. Youth gone too soon. I don't know. I think you will fulfill something with this in between person. And then I see a connection beyond the physical. Okay. Then I feel like maybe you're going to meet someone there's like abandoned or was left behind. There's someone that you're going to be protected by spirit and guided, I think, toward that person with the protector card. After this one fellow, I think that there's really going to, I don't know why, but there's more protection there. I think calling on spirit is good. Hmm. I think there's some work that you need to let go of, like being too self-critical, too hard on yourself. And you need to move on and let go of that. Goodbye to that, to being too hard on yourself. Okay? That's really important. This is the work that you need to do ahead of meeting this person. And there's multiple issues, blink of an eye, something going by very quickly. Maybe the time will before you know it. Content, comfortable, and calm. I think this person that you're going to meet is just going to feel, you're going to be able to feel so comfortable and calm, just like that, around them. And like they're a protector and that you don't have to worry. They're not trying to control you. But I think he's a bit ahead. I think there's someone in between. I can't help but feel that. This soulmate, there's like violent attack and soulmate. I don't know if they will have gone through PTSD or something like that, but or if it's you that's gone through that. But I get that there is such a support and a protective energy towards this vulnerability of each other. So I do see you meeting a soulmate. I do, but if you get out there and you settle too quickly, you're going to end up with someone, an older fellow maybe, that it's not going to work out with, and you would be healing from that. And then I see the energy will be changed enough to where the path opens up to meet this person. And they have been through their own trauma, commotion, making a big fuss, a lot of drama. And I keep getting time is precious. Maybe they're going to know that they've been through so much that and lost that they'll know that time is precious. You don't take it for granted. When you meet someone that you makes you shine, and makes you feel safe, and not just safe, but they're controlling you or something like that. But, you know, that you really meld with. You don't waste time. Resilient, resisted. There's strong, there's a strength. This is someone who has gone through a hard life and is probably kind of a loner, introspective, likes to take time to think about things. I'm feeling the energy there of the masculine energy, and somebody that's very resilient. And I think a lot of times he's felt alone or will have felt alone, likes time to have for introspection, more mature in this way because of having gone through a difficult life. What else about him? He might end up being someone that's in education. He could be a teacher of some kind, or just a natural teacher. Many people are, but we also get like new situations. So it could be like a new job that he would have, children, maybe grade school children. Hi, Dorian. So keep that in mind, Zena, and we'll keep looking at this for you. The energy's a little kind of, I feel like, skewed a little bit right now. Um, and I think it's just working on your self-esteem. Working on your self-esteem, there's my cat, she agrees, is really important, and not settling for people that aren't 100. It's hard to discernment, yes, and not settling because you're lonely. Um, just be aware of that and valuing yourself. You're not marked off, half off, okay? Forgiveness and someone that is very forgiving, very empathetic. Oh, yeah, I keep getting like endurance with this individual, that they've gone through a lot. Like they're powerful like this horse, but man, they've had it tough. But it's not made them meaner, it's made them kinder. And I think you're just going to fall in love with that. And that's so naturally masculine that it's kind of like, you know, make a girl's breath be gone. Um, so I see that's part of an intentional thing, and maybe through associates. So I don't know. It's open, it's there, but I see there's work to be polishing the self. And it's good. It's like in the end term, love yourself. Love yourself until you've met that person. And not until, but love yourself up until you meet that person, and then they can love you along with you. Okay? Because when we're lonely in that interim, no one's going to scratch the itch like ourselves. We know what we need. Make yourself a nice evening, uh, a nice meal, sit with your favorite pet and watch a show. Yes, it is. You know, Somebody that's a real man doesn't have to announce it. He just handles things, and he doesn't overstep other people's boundaries. He's smart, he's sensible, he reads the room, you know, and he's confident in himself. He's been tested, he's a grown man. And I feel like that's who you're going to get, somebody that would be a really good dad. The deceitful energy, older man. And I feel like there's a woman around that man. There could be a man that has a woman on the side, and maybe even a girlfriend or wife or a mother figure. I just feel like maybe he's a mommy's boy or something, that's still that he's older than you, but I think he's not, he might be attracted to you. I think this could be complete shit. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. But here's what I get, and I could be wrong. But it strikes me that maybe this guy, I'm getting an older male because of the cards, And you are going, obviously, a young lady. I think he's going to be attracted to your youth. I think part of his problem is he's immature for his age and naturally to be understandably drawn to you. But I think you can do better. I think there's something dishonest with him. So watch out for that, like a player. Insecurity is what I get, and not being honest. And there's another female energy around, and probably isn't his mother coming to think about it, more. So, that's up to you. That's up to you if you want to entertain, if you get bored. But I just never like to lead people on. It's like, yeah, if I'm not interested in you, with me, what you see is what you get. I am not into games, and I have a feeling you're probably the same. A lot of people are. So there's self-healing that needs to still take place for you. And we're not going to meet that person until we've kind of done that. It's just weird. Um, and I'm tracking that from my own and many other people having that happen. You dated a guy like that. See, it's so typical. It is very, very, very much not unusual. But I see a beautiful male out there, he's who has been through a lot that would appreciate your love. But he's on the horizon. In the meantime, love yourself. Learn to love yourself the way of what you want from someone else for yourself. That's really important. That's when you start drawing the kind of person you really want towards you, is by giving yourself the love you think that you want from someone. It's a mind thing, but we're complicated. All right. Will level heads prevail after a senseless act of violence? I'm going to use the albino weight deck. I think some of this exhaustion that now, because, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, oh, blah, blah, and no, it's not this, no, it's not that, all of a sudden is going to wear them out a bit. And that might be good because it might make them stop for a moment and go, wait a minute, what is, rather than just running with something like that is, partner is or isn't transgender. It's so important to them. When we stop and think about it, how the F does that, what that, I know they're saying, well, it was putting the propaganda on the casings or whatever. Maybe. I don't know. I the cards that I got show me that there's some deep buried secrets with this young man, with Mr. Tyler Robinson, and that don't be too quick to think you've got him sized up. There's some deep surprises. Best to just wait and let it reveal itself. So I'm taking the my guide's advice on that. That's why I posted what I did in the community section. Just don't run around like it. Don't let them make you run around like a chicken with your head cut off. That's kind of a gross comment. Uh, maybe not the best one, but let's see what we get. Our cooler head's going to prevail now. That this silliness and this extreme energy of wanting to blame and sick people on each other, and just they just want a war with somebody, with us, and we don't want it with them. We're like, no, I don't know. No, I don't have time for this. I got a life to live. You go argue with yourself in the corner, or within each other's little, your little MAGA group, whatever. You know, I really am tired. They're going to get tired too. So let's just see. Cooler head's going to prevail here. I'm getting yes, but it's going to be through more like people in law enforcement that have not been put on by Trump. Those people stepping up will get this stuff moving. kind of going to be left to them because everyone else is somewhat incompetent. We do get the this craziness here, the tension, the anxiety, and the foolishness, the risk. And what is this? And it is a young person and a new beginning and acting foolish and just like, what? This is a WTF for sure. So there's still some of that yucky energy there that people are still enmeshed in, and they really need to pull themselves back from it. Don't allow yourself to get drawn in. Just pull back and wait. Yeah. This is showing that there's just like that's blocked. And the movement is blocked, and they're going to have to just cool down and sit and wait and get harmonized, get harmony, get on the same page and cool down. This is more orderly here. So this feels like a holding pattern that cools people down a bit. And I do feel like we're kind of somewhat in that now, where some more people are going, wait, I'm not just going to jump at whatever you say is the truth. And that's what we need people to do. Go, wait a minute, hold on. And we do get the King of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. There's some man celebrating here. What is that, too? Who is this? Who is this? Is this. That could be Miller. There's manipulation here and communication within the magician in manifesting. We get the Queen of Wands. I see there's a woman here stirring up stuff. I really am not sure about this. Now, I wonder if this is what's his name's wife, Kirk's wife. I'll have to find out. I haven't wanted to even look at further on those people. I've had enough of them all. He's, from what I can understand, likely a white nationalist, the one that pulled out the pew pew and or the rifle, and it's MAGA eating MAGA, MAGA on MAGA crime. There is a sense of things just being kind of stuck from moving forward. It slows down, and there's limited thinking. That's part of the problem. Um, this case is plagued, fighting, arguing, trying to, I feel like, obstruct this from being sorted. Yeah, there's disinformation out there, and it continues to be confusing, and people arguing and fruitlessly arguing over this. Nancy Mace, all them, can't trust them. And in fact, I think Patel is actually going to go before um, that fucking, pardon my language. Ooh, I try not to use that kind of language on my channel. I just don't like to. Um, in playback, call me old fashioned. I don't care. Um, I let that slip. I can't stand him. That got the better of me. I think Patel will be out the door before Hegseth, even right now. Nancy Mace, she's just painful to listen to. She's so awful. You got bad vibes. Never watched Games of Thrones, but have seen pictures. Oh, it's very violent. I saw it. You're not missing out, really. Watch. There's so many other things you can watch that are better. You know, your family cried for him. Well, it reunited Magasagli. Well, God, if it could just make them wake up and realize what are we doing? Why are we, that's what sugar. I just hold on a minute, y'all. I hate it when I do that. I've got to fix my cards. It looks like it's still going to be a bit of a bounce, still going to be bouncy with people because they're hung up on stupid things like someone's gender, and all that nonsense. I don't, this kid, I just can't understand. If his partner happens to be, why on earth would you do this? You're as good as putting a target on their back. So these things just don't tend to make a lot of sense to me with this. And my their cousins, but BLY. Oh, and my grand. Hmm. Well, let's just see though. Let me just try this again. Will cooler heads prevail? I've taken the pack and I've fixed it. So let's see if what we get. Sometimes I have to read a couple of times. Will cooler heads prevail? Might grab a different deck like that government deck by Trish James. All I know is I get so friggin' tired from this on my chi that I just have to go and watch whimsical, meaningless things to lift my energy because it will drag your vibe way down and it can be too much. And definitely TLC, keep doing that. Personal spa days. Mine's tomorrow with my new scrub. Okay, I'm getting that King of Pentacles again and like waiting for something to expand, information, action. There is an end here. There is a completion. Yes, this will die down. And they're going to be at work to bring this to trial to whatever, what they need to do. And there's going to be hard work put into this one. Um, yes. There's an ending. Something with overseas, maybe here. There's a change that's expanding. Oh, it's within expanding within MAGA. I don't necessarily know that it's overseas, but maybe it's the perspective that's changing. Hmm, that would make sense. It is a significant change too. This is all that delusion and all the confusion paired with help, giving help or assistance. Hmm. This is corruption and trying to control the narrative, being tyrannical, vices, bad habits, letting your anger and your rage control your actions. Um, yeah, and manifesting the shadow nature, manifesting its goals. That whole thing. They need to stop. I think some of the charity is delusional that this was a very evil act, calculated, and people need to understand the picture, I think, a bit differently, both with both of these men. A lot of emotion here, of course. And it deals with like, it feels like old fashioned ideas in the past. And that certainly is MAGA. They want it to be 1860 again or something. We get the Hermit and the Page of Cups. There's going to be surprises coming up here, and there's immaturity as well. There's a stunted growth, and there's a need for wisdom among our youth. That's what the cards are saying. It's going to get better. It has an ending, but the spin is going to still spin for a while. That's exactly it, Isadora. They're going to spin themselves in knots. And that's why my guides were like, step back from this. Um, there's there's a lot of stuff underneath in a trunk that this kid has that they don't even know about yet. Just wait and allow it to rise up. You're going to find out because there's some deep held business with this young man, and you know, it's a shame. He threw his life away for what? Nobody is worth throwing your life away and going to prison for, except for, I don't know, maybe your child, but that's another ball of wax. Unless what they did was hurt other people. Okay, let's see. I do have the governance deck. Did want to try that real quick, and then I'll go on to the next question. Okay, so let's just see what's going to come forward with this with the government. Like Trump jumping on this and saying it was people on the left and trying to stir up violence against Democrats. When it already statistics show it is conservative white males typically that do this overwhelmingly. We could start tallying up how many people have been killed by MAGA and Trump. You're going to have more, trust to me, than any that you'd see from the left. I don't think we even have any. So let's just see. What's going to happen with this within MAGA? Will it help any to make people wake up? What do we need to know? Voice of the people. Like, listen to us. Hello. Hidden clause. I keep getting hidden stuff with this. So, voice of the people, hidden clause, disappointing results. We know that they're disappointed, and we know why. Pursuit of control. Look, I'm constipated. Sorry, it's the voice that came in my head. Pursuit of control. Boy, that really is it. They keep trying to control that narrative. They are narcissus says, as a person of color, I've always been used to uh MAGA. I'm looking for change. Oh yeah, me too. I mean, I told my husband I left Missouri where I grew up in 1986 to get away from this kind of mentality, only to come all the way 2,000 miles to find out it's I can't outrun it no matter where I'm at, you know. So best change it here. That Narcissus is right. Wonder if the shop and woodworking Wonder if shop and woodworking were in schools. Yes, get them away from games and yeah, using their hands and not just all that screen time. It's not good for our eyes. My eyes are really getting messed up. Never met a guy who didn't like those classes. Exactly. Even my daughters like wood shop. Um, ha ha ha. It's everywhere. Exactly. It doesn't matter if you're in California, you got MAGA here, you got it everywhere. You go to England, they're doing it too. You go elsewhere in the world, same thing. There's like a split between extremes of fascism and people that are not into being conformed and those who like it. So they are disappointed with the results, are going to continue to try to take control of this. All right. We, the people, are going to have to keep at them. We have an interim placeholder, whatever that means, and shaping the future. Hmm. The blame game. That sounds about right. And a deal made. Shifting alliances, dodging the question. This is going to embroil, I think, a split within MAGA and people within that faction because you had people that apparently don't think MAGA is enough, don't think they go far enough. And that's what they're saying this young man belongs to. I don't know about that. Maybe. Um, I kind of think that there's an issue. Either he thinks they go too far or not far enough, from what I could tell from cards. Again, there's going to be shifting dynamics with this. So yes, this is going to really get the and good intentions by some people, or what they think are good intentions. Yeah, this causes a fissure within MAGA, and it starts strained relations. I just feel like there's parts of that cannot reconcile for some reason. And then when we go to health regulation, in particularly, maybe there's also then going to be issues with if they are told to mask up again, that could be another problem. Briefed in command, not sustainable. They're not going to be able to continue their focus on this for this long. I think it will eventually shift on to something else. Oh, here we get crypto uncertainty, all those ding dongs that buy Bitcoin from Trump. Isolated outcast. I think Trump's going to affect that once again. Relentless determination and reversing course. I think they're going to be a mess. Look, this makes MAGA an even bigger mess. But I think in the long term, it starts to erode the cohesion or the idea that because they're really not. There's a lot of them that don't agree either, can't agree. So that looks like a hot mess that we'll stay out of and not waste our time on. Just do your best to be a good person every day that every day that your feet get up and hit the floor, be glad for it. All right. So I think eventually, but I think it's more of the case of they will be looking at other things and they won't be able to sustain their focus on this for too much longer. We should get them back on the Epstein files. All right. So, do I see any messages about your finances or health? All right, let's see, Liz. Which deck do I want to use? For some reason, I'm drawn to use this oracle. Which one is this? Mind, Body, Spirit. This one's a fun one. It's kind of a octagon shape. It does make it a little more interesting to shuffle, but that's okay. All right, Liz. Finances, health. A message for artist Liz. Finances or health guides. Okay, I'm getting expression function. Expression function. Oop. Connect with all function. I feel like this is you socializing, you talking with other people, connecting is important. Showing that social interaction is important. And being able to express yourself, it's really important for people. Many times, some people don't even talk to anyone through the whole day. Clairaudience, foundation gifts. Something about your hearing or with like clairaudience, your ability this is also like, to me, telepathy. Because a lot of times the clairaudience is really telepathy. In many cases, if they're just talking to you. What else are we getting? Opportunity, new. Well, that's good. I think there's something new coming perhaps with the finances. Let me just pull a few more cards here. See what we get with this. So connect with all. I think connecting with all too reminds me of meditation, of taking your energy and recharging it to your chi. Because when we're sick, our chi gets really tired. And so even if you're just connecting by sitting out or near a window, if you can't get out, um, watching nature videos, whatever, getting that vibe, that energy to reset yours is very healing for you. What else? Might grab another deck for you real quick. Hmm. Manifesting foundation. Manifesting foundation gifts. Okay. And new love. Hmm? That's all right. But deal with worry and fear blocks. Okay. Work and fun balance. That makes sense. So I think working on, there's things that you have to do every day that are not fun, but making sure that no matter what you socialize and you chat with people, whether it's online or also in real over the phone or in person or whatever, is important. I feel like um there are some psychic gifts that are trying to take root here and thrive, like the clairaudience. There's another deck I want to pull real quick because of the money thing. Just the regular tarot. Oof, I got my heating pad here. Oh, it is off. It's hot, but it's humid and overcast. Not cold. At least it's not cold. So let's see. I think this deck might be better. Artist Liz, and I need to look at her finance and her health, please. Guidance. Thank you. Okay. I'm getting like the card of extended family or community, the Ten of Cups, and groups of people. Again, working with other people, not on your own, with your health, working with groups of people, and maybe also with the finances. This is about not doing it on your own. There's real fulfillment in working in a team like way on these issues. Okay. Keep that in mind. Work with others. No matter what deck I use, I keep getting that you're to have interaction with other people for the finances and health, and that this is positive. This is really good. And this expansion will grow. I think there's something taking root that is going to flourish a bit, and this is good energy wise. Something I feel very positive about that future appointment. There's like I feel like things are going to start for you to go in a better direction. Yeah. There's that start with the Ace of Wands. Look at that. More energy. New start. And new starts that you're working on with regard to the health and to the finance. Letting go of the past, letting go of pain, let things manifest. Don't restrict it and think it's going to be like this or like that. Just let it go. Yeah, let go of this any kind of self-defeating thoughts, negative thoughts. I don't know how to. People will help you. That's where you're meant to ask for help, okay? With your health and the finance. There's something deeper here going on that it hasn't played itself out and revealed itself. Use your intuition to find your way. And you're going to make it through this. People want to help you, and you are doing them an honor by allowing them to do so. So allow people to help you work with the group with your health. There's completion here and success and an ending. Now, that's not death, but I think the ending of the issues that you've had, if you allow folks in to help you, things will pick up activity wise. And there's going to be clarity. I think you're going to be able to get these pains in the butt things sorted out if you allow people to help you, is the message, with your health and to help you work out your finance. Okay? You started meditating, visualizing, and self Reiki. Perfect. Slowly walking with your aide when she comes. Yes, I'm cheering you on. Working on your book again. Yes, 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 yes. Did you see all of that wand energy? That's wonderful. Go with that flow of energy. Allow it to take you. That is so awesome. That is awesome. I agree. That's wonderful. And you're right on track. You're tracking. It's good. And just talk to your guides. You know what to do every day and just check in. When you meditate, you're checking in. That's wonderful. They're, you know, giving you a big pat on the back. You're going forward. Just got to trust the process. We can always get like, we want to push that river, like, well, let's go a little bit faster, gosh darn it. And it's like, you can't push a river. God's time, you know? It's really true. All right. You're welcome. Scorpio Mama, then Lori and Ellen and Crystal. Okay. Scorpio Mama, relationship read. Yes, you can. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. That is good. Little pleasures in life. Okay. Scorpio Mama. All right. Relationship read. All right. So let's go back to the connection deck. There's this Connection Oracle by Trish James. She's in Australia. Um, I can't tag her stuff yet, unfortunately, but I will put a link in the description box at some point after the live. And that's Trish with an E at the end and James, Jaimes. You can also Google it and, look for yourself for her. All right, let's see. Scorpio Mama, your relationship reading. All right, so relationship reading for Scorpio Mama guides. Higher self, come in. Scorpio Mama needs a relationship reading. What does she need to know? What would be helpful for her? Need to know about her relationship. What does she need to know and understand? I think people are looking for peace no matter what. All right, let's see what we get. I'm getting calming energy together. Same vibe. All right. Now, but let's see what's paired with. Youth gone too soon. All right. Oh, there you are. I'm glad you're here. And I'm getting communication message for you. See the bird? That's coming through spirit. All right. Let's see what the message might be. Oh man, this is someone that's on the other side. This is connection that's beyond the physical. I am here, they're saying. Somebody that died in the youth. Does that make sense? Like maybe they were a teenager or somebody that you knew in your youth. I don't know why they're popping in for you, Scorpio Mama. Um, oh, did I miss a question, Gina? put your question here, Gina, and I'll get it at the end of this live. Okay, in case I missed you. Sometimes that happens by mistake. So if you want to, Gina, you can just post it on here. I have no rush this afternoon. Your best friend, maybe? Okay. This person's coming in. This person would be like a bestie, somebody that's very close, but they died when they were younger, and they're saying, gone too soon, they didn't get to age. All right. And they're coming in with a message for you. All right, let's get to it. Because by cracky, we want to know. Oh, they're giving you affection, needing embrace, hugs to you. I don't know if you've been feeling like you need a hug. Sometimes, boy, you know, that's all we want, even when we got a lot of people around us. Sometimes they don't know, and sometimes we don't want to ask. This individual is sending you a hug from the other side. All right. She went in her but in her 20s. Well, still, that's a baby. God, that's young. That is so young. And she's noting the anxiety. Have you been having anxiety? Smoking to relax, maybe? Yes, going through it. Okay, I think this friend is wanting you to know that you're suffering. You're not alone, that she's with you. And she doesn't want you to feel like it's breaking her heart. Okay. She doesn't want you to feel alone. She's giving you a hug and like, baby girl, I've got you. She wants you to know that she's hugging you. Okay. Oh my God, we will meet again. Reunion. And she's keeping an eye on you. Look at that. She wants to smush you with a hug. Wants to give you a big, yep, yep. That's all right, girl. I do too. I do too. God's medicine in my book. And she's saying right now, unclear, confused mind right now. I think you just got some confusion, and that's okay. All right. Just accept that right now you feel confused, unclear. She's with you. You may not be able to feel her sometimes, but if we get real still and we go in that real quiet, be still and know that I am, you can sense it. But we have to really, God, she's really coming through, girl. Spirit message, the other side. She's another one, says hello. I feel like you got folks on the other side saying, hey, we got your back on this right now. Message, release deep sadness. Release it. You can cry it out. It's okay. Sometimes we have to have a darn good cry. Go through a box of tissues and then go splash our face with cold water. Release it. They don't want you to hold this pent up feeling. Sometimes we just have to have a day where we're crying and we don't know why. I've said that before. I have that. Um, Acceptance. You are enough, darling. You are beautiful. Look at that. It's your spirit. You are beautiful and you are enough. That's what they want you to know. My goodness, you've got some real cheerleaders on the other side. They come all the way through, busted through your reading. And they want you to know you are just fine. You are enough. You've been really sad. I understand. I really do. And they understand that they're moving heaven and earth here to let you know that you are enough. Do not feel like you're not enough. You don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody here is. They want you to release that pent up sorrow. It's okay. Like I said, maybe get a sad movie, get the boxes of tissues up, and just have a good old whale fest, you know? And then have a nice good nap. And they are showing content, comfortable, and something about the neck or throat. Hmm. Irresistible, lack of control. You're so sweet, you give me diabetes. They want you to know your sense of your own worth, that you are delicious. You are a lovely person. I think someone you've been with maybe didn't know this and that you're resilient and that you'll get through this. Your friends want you to know that and that they've got your back. Look at that. There's multiple issues going on right now as well. So I think you got a lot going on trying to settle. Blink of an eye. Life is fleeting. Life is too short for you to be this sad. Look at that. Look at those eyes. They're like love, love, honey. And there's a masculine energy here coming that's on that. I feel like he's on the horizon. We have leader, father energy. Could be a man that's a father. Um, he's a leader, take charge kind of fellow. Unintended, not meant to happen. You could unintentionally cross paths. Not ready for this, unprepared. And we get some hazy judgment. You may not realize that you're maybe meant for each other. It's kind of the feeling I'm getting. Hazy judgment checked out. It could be due to the smoking of the herb, being a little bit, huh? And when you're depressed, your energy's already kind of like, huh? I know mine. When I get like that, my ex, but we are not together. Okay. Release of pressure is coming. You're kind of being, I feel like you're processing something is my feeling right now. And it's the dark night of the soul, so it's never comfortable. But just keep going through it. Just keep releasing. And maybe that's why they said release. But we're getting freedom here. Release. I feel free. This is going to pass. This time of dark sorrows is going to pass. And it's an endurance game, my dear. And you've got a lot that you're going through, and it's okay. Just keep going through it. When you're going through hell, dear, keep going, keep driving. Don't stop the car. And you may have had a weak or foolish moment. So what? We all do. And you need to liberate yourself. Stop holding those negative thoughts, the self-limiting thoughts. You are enough, damn it. Now stop it. You are beautiful. Let your love and your light shine, Scorpio mama. Because you're a Scorpio. You've got so much love. I know Scorpios. My husband's a Scorpio. That's he is, me and him, Virgo and Scorpio, Pisces, moon and rising. And I don't know what because his mom had so many kids, she didn't remember what time she gave birth. But I know that you got deep feelings. I got that deepness too. It's like, dang, it hurts to feel. Hurts to be a sensitive person, doesn't it? Well, you just let go and let your feelings flow. Release the sorrow that you're holding in your heart. But I don't know how serious this woman is. Oh, he's seeing somebody? You want me to look? Let me take a look. Can't hurt. And if it is meant to be that he's with them, we'll just wish him well, right? Wish everyone well. Because I hate it too. Ugh, I know it. I know that feeling. It's like, ha ha. When you're getting on your own damn nerves and you go, I cannot escape myself. I wish I could go to sleep. Mm, that's when I'm thinking, like, I guess I'm going to take my sleep medicine because some days that's just enough, right? And that's okay. Again, take care of yourself. Give yourself love. Give yourself the love you need, just like if you were a child. Put yourself in bed, get yourself, I don't know, maybe your favorite bowl of cereal, whatever it is, and baby yourself. I don't think you know what? I don't think this world's been loved enough. It's been told you got to be tough. Us women, we're so tough. We're tougher than most of the men. I think We're all tired of being strong. We're strong. Now it's time just to have some peace. We all just want to have some peace because life is short. I can enjoy squirrels in my backyard, and that's my day. Truly. I've learned that lesson now. God's taught me that through being disabled. And a lot of you's the same. I know it. And I love you guys. You're good. You're the light. You are the light. This eclipse season is challenging. That's right, Gina. And we are meant to release the old. So let's take a look at the X. Is anything going to come back around with Scorpio Mama's X? Oh, I can physically feel it too. Luckily, this last one wasn't as physically visceral as the one before. And I'm so grateful. Oh, hang on a minute, you guys. I got a message here. I just got to type it to my nurse. Yes. My nurse is coming tomorrow. Yay, I like her. All right. This X with Scorpio Mama. What's the story? What do we need to know? Is that over with? The X with Scorpio Mama. Proud. You are doing well. And I'm proud of you. There's something about you I think that this person must really respect. That's okay. Hazy judgment checked out. Hmm. Protector. Feel safe? I think this man would be very protective of you. Um, but I think they too need realize that you need to liberate yourself. This is just weird. It's like I think that they see what we're being shown that you need to let go of these chains that hold you back about yourself, not believing that you're enough. Because you are. You don't, we're not all going to look like a supermodel or any of that. And you know what? It'd be boring if we did. You know, you're beautiful just as you are. We keep being shown that. And I know it's hard to feel that way yourself, especially when that dark cloud is of depression's got you down. But you are made of light. You're not feeling probably like it, but you are. And we get dilemma and a bind right now. I think and maybe even a dangerous situation. There's something with I don't know if they're doing too much substance here. What's going on? Release deep sadness. It's still coming back to you about you need to release sadness. I don't think they really want you to look back toward this person. I don't think it would be good for you. Maybe necessarily. Maybe that's what the dilemma is in a bind. Family, protect each other. Affection, needing embrace. I think it's pointing you more toward family and leaning on family. And there's like emotional overwhelmed. Sometimes we can't control that. I had a time where I could not stop crying and my serotonin was all messed up and I had to have thank you. I love purple. It's my favorite color. And I had to have medication, so that finally corrected that. But wise choices. Use wisdom from what other people's experiences, family. I keep getting family for you. And it says, the father of my kids wants to get back together. Um, but I'm seeing a woman and I'm not sure how serious this woman is about me. Oh, okay. Well, that's going to complicate things a whole lot. And I would say this is confusing. And maybe that's why they're saying slow, like don't be in a rush with this. Let's see. What does she need to know about right now? Because right now, you have to get clear. So you're seeing a lady and you're just not sure about how serious. So let's just take a look. So her current partner Is that a serious for the long haul relationship with this other lady? How does the long term look for that relationship? Is that a lasting relationship? The woman is a drive-by Scorpio mom. Spirit message. Getting another one. The other side. Okay, it says, hello. Hidden. Searching for truth. There's hidden secrets about her. She's not telling you the complete truth, maybe. There might be some things she hasn't revealed. They're saying be cautious. Keep her at arm's length, maybe. There might be some kind of sly kind of aspect, slyness going on, kind of a foxy person. Harmony, see both sides. I don't know that it's real bad, but I don't know that they're the most honest. Thankful though. Thoughtful gesture, appreciates you. Okay. And then it's like adventure. I think she is a drive-by. I think Liz is right. I think she's a drive-by, but that's okay. Sometimes we have to have the drive-by before we meet someone that, is our person. I think she's a drive-by. Let's see. And I'm wondering if there's somebody new. She's another Scorpio. Oh Lord, are you crazy? Are you crazy? That no wonder. That's probably pretty sexy stuff. Um I think that it's adventure is what I'm getting for right now. And enjoy it. Just enjoy it for what it is. No matter what. And just if you can let it go and just say, I'm just going to enjoy this for what it is. And if it ends, then that's fine. We'll part ways. See if you can do that with that. And just be good with that because I feel like there's more people ahead of her. Let's just see. Is there someone yet for Scorpio Mama on the horizon that would be a long-term partner that maybe I think you need to get away from these exes and these other folk. I think you need fresh person. I do. I think you need someone on your own wavelength. Let me see who's there. Okay, after this lady, held down, heavy burdens. Okay, it's a heaviness. We get weight issues. I don't know. We get harmony, see both sides. That's all right. I just want to get rid of that burden that's weighing you down about both sides, both people. Family. Again, protect each other. Okay, pay attention to that message, Scorpio Mama. She has a side chick. Lies and deception. You know, I think somebody's a player here. Family might have some word of advice. Oh, I'm glad you did, Nicholas. I'll read your comment here in a sec, too. See, she says she doesn't, and that was a mistake, and that it was a mistake. Oh, well, I would just take her talking like that like a flyby. It's like, well, you now you are a flyby. Hazy judgment. There's like maybe some drugs involved. Maybe like, I don't know. She getting, a little frisky with somebody, emotionally overwhelmed. Connection. Weakness, foolish moment. Thank you. Thoughtful gesture. Appreciate you. I had to go. Release deep sadness. I think moving on from these people, I do. I think you will move on from these people. I think there's just too much drama. It's like, I feel like you need to breathe. I think maybe even being free for a little while. But let me just see. You know what? I want to grab another deck for you. I want to use the Rose, Oracle of the Rose. All right. Can you show me who the partner will be coming up for Scorpio Mama? Is there someone that she needs to be aware of that would be really good for her coming into her sphere? What should she do? Word of advice. I know you can't tell her what to do, but what would be the best for her? Okay, let's see what we get for you. Okay, we get a journey. Now we got the adventure card. So again, this to me is all about enjoying it at the moment, okay? Enjoying the journey, okay? And you're getting winter. And I feel like, it will end, it will have an ending. And maybe even this winter, it might die back, the relationship. There's going to be a disconnection. I think growing apart, the lady, because I think you're going to be pushed to meet your soulmate. I do. Disconnected soulmate, and maybe for both of you to go your ways to that other person. A lot of times, people we meet prepare us for a better person once we've kind of gone through what we do. And I'm getting boundaries as being really important and honoring, making sure other people respect yours. Okay. Don't let people run over the top of you, and especially this lady. All right. And I get summer. Maybe next summer, there could be a new relationship coming in because you're going to be working on, I think, boundaries for yourself and that of other people and how you know, interact, or at least with more thought. And I think this relationship with the lady probably is going to play play its course out. It's going to run its course, and then I think you're going to be moving on, meeting people. Yeah, there's going to be new people coming in with the new moon and the dark moon and the night garden. It's also a release and a purge, right? Kind of like we get that after we release people and we're going to level up decisions. And a queen of cups. Hmm, a queen of hearts. It could be her, a decision, or you making that decision. And you're getting faith, following your instinct, and gentleness. Going with, where the best vibe is, where the innocence is, where somebody that doesn't play games with you is. That's innocence. And some solitude there would not be amiss. And then you set sail. And then you start making moves. Then you get out in the world. So I think you're going to go through some stuff with this lady, and then you're going to need some time to yourself before you get back out there. This is all on a timeline with TikTok and home. So, lighthouse, you're going to draw who you need to you. Just make sure that you don't accept vampires, you know, and magic. Yeah, I think after you go through it with this woman, and I think you will, I think it's going to run its course. I think there's some healing, some solitude, and preparing you to meet someone. All right. So we'll leave it there. Um, just let this run its course and see where you're at. Okay. And if she does that and she doesn't honor your boundaries and things like that, bye bye. Bye bye. Shelf life. Exactly. And the healing time that we take, just allow it. Don't resist that and push like I got to meet someone. Allow it. You need it. It gives you oxygen, to heal and get you ready for the person that would be better. All right. Here's my question again. My Cancer and I post eclipse season. Got it. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, so I think this relationship with the lady is going to run its course. I don't think you're probably going to get back together with the boyfriend. I think he's kind of out of it, the ex. There's some hazy choices there where drugs can, you know, make people not think clearly. And I get solitude for a while and then opening up, you're going to take off and get more, meet new people. I think there's like travel or there's just more a new social picture for you. So you'll have to keep us in the loop. All right. Okay. Lori Christine, does my cat Nathan in spirit have a message for me? The kitties and I miss him so much. He brought so much joy into our lives. 3 days ago, I thought I saw him at the window when I came home. Oh, what a trip. What a trip. All right, let's see. You know what? There's a deck. It's the connection deck. That's what we'll use again. Okay. Nathan. Kitty, kitty. Little Nathan. On the other side, you have message. Were you in the window visiting mom? What can you tell us? What do we need to know? What does your mother need to know? Were you visiting Nathan? Were you visiting Nathan? Was Nathan visiting and sitting in the window, letting her know? Escapism, sensitivity is needed. And we get, it says goodbye and moving on. That doesn't mean that he's like goodbye forever. I think he's just letting you know that he's there. You know, he might be gone, but he's not forever because he's moved on. All right, we get resilient. And we get caution. Playing with fire, fire related. I don't know. Maybe check things out. It makes me think check your stove, check your fireplace. Hmm. Playing with fire. Well, anyway, let's see. Unpredictable, different approach. Yep, here we go. Mother energy wanted to come back. There's the nurture. And thank you. Just a thank you for taking care of me. Thank you gesture. There's the cat. There he is. That was him. It's a little gift when you see him in the window or when you think you see him. Just like, yeah, I was here. Where he was nurtured. He wants you to release the sadness. Release sadness. Cat again. Worth noting. And he's confronting. There might be some confrontation there with wanting you to release that sadness. Okay. Oh, this is so cute. He's saying you're too sweet again. This is the message of sweetness, irresistible lack of control, and it's got the cute raccoon licking the cupcake. Just can't resist you. He has to come in and check you out, but he really doesn't want you to be sad. Okay, and you might be feeling alone. It says, but you're not alone. He's there. It says introspection, feeling alone, but you are not alone. Impulsive and associate. Fateful ties. He's just socializing. Life is fleeting. It went so fast. He still likes to check in on you. Hidden, searching for truth, hidden secrets. There's more to it than meets the eye, and we'll find that out when we cross over. Calm. He just likes to try to help you bring the energy to calm, make you not feel alone. An inheritance left for you. I want you to have it. I don't know, whatever his little things were, you can maybe hold them when you start to feel nervous or something or depressed, and you'll feel more calm, help you feel more connected to him. But he doesn't want you to be sad, okay? I think Nathan is really busy in this, very busy in the spirit realm. I think so too, from the looks of it. And I think he likes to pop in and let you know, like, oh, gotta let her know. Don't feel bad, please. It's all going to be okay. Okay. Now, let's see. All right. So that is his message for you. Don't be so sad. He comes in to check on you. He's not forgotten you, never could. And he has great affection for you. So he doesn't like that you feel like you're really alone because you're not. If you can see that you've got spirit around you, and I know that's not always the great uh, sense of companionship because it's kind of one-sided, but he's letting you know you're not alone. He's there, and especially by that presence. Okay. Ellen R. Okay. Yeah, you have to post the question before the live. Nicholas, what I'll do is I'll look at it after the live and I'll respond in the comments, okay? All right. Ellen R. Question for me. What do you see for the rest of the year? My three other cats often look at something that I cannot see. At least that's him. Here and ready for you. Oh, that's so wonderful. Thank you. So what do we get for the rest of the year? Let me put this deck back so that I don't end up with a big, big mess. I'm already end up with a big, big mess. Less of a mess. Let's see. For the year. Which one? Which one? Ooh, maybe we'll try the Dark Earth Oracle. Hopefully it won't be too dark. If it's Let's see what this one. This is new. Okay, this is gonna be fun. The Dark Earth Oracle. This is by Stephanie Aaliyah. And this one has that green, and that's why it's not going to show up. But it has a real emerald green foil on the sides. Okay. Ellen R. Guides. What is the message for Ellen R. for the rest of this 2025? What's ahead? What does Ellen R. need to be aware of? And maybe work on, or whatever. What's important? Please and thank you. I'm getting Eye of the Mystic. That's pretty. Eye of the Mystic. Integration. So that's integrating things that you're learning that are mystical, you know, um, things, all the spiritual channels you're watching and all of that, and integrating it. There's part of your being, I think, that's really taking that information and consolidating it. That's really cool. You're going to be busy that way. And then we get chrysalis. You are in the process of transformation. You are inside the chrysalis. And sanctuary, that's really good. This is, being in a supportive environment that is your sanctuary, that is healthy for your spirit, and keeping it that way. I feel like working on self-love, and integrating all the spiritual lessons you've been working on. Astral realms. Ooh, you're going to be busy, busy lady. Maybe some astral travel while you're dreaming. Or I don't know if you're working on astral travel right now. We get the elements. I think you could end up kind of playing with other energies when you're out of your body more at toward as this year is closing out. I feel like there's astral travel and elements in those realms you're going to be learning about. There's so much learning here going on and incorporating it and expressing it. It's this whole organism, you know, that is changing and you're evolving. It's very beautiful, I must say. Thoughts and memory. I'm sure you'll be going through thoughts of the past. Often we do that, when we get to that new year and think, oh my God, another year. Um, Thoughts of the past, going through those thoughts and memory, and path forging, moving ahead. Man, you are dynamic this year. I would say dynamic. You're incorporating stuff that you've learned. Elements, is that the same as elementals? Yeah, it kind of. Elementals, though, are kind of a personified force of the elements. But we're talking about the elements of earth, water, fire, air. Let me just see what it has to say about it. That would be good. See if we can get a bit more. 33. Okay. 33. Yeah. Okay, here we go. The elements surround us. They are inside us. We are not only a physical manifestation of the elements. Ooh, didn't think about that before. But a spiritual one as well. We are magic. We are stardust. We can master them like the magician in the tarot, because on the magician's table in the tarot are all the four elements: earth, fire, water, and air. Okay. So consider that the elements are a tool in your spiritual toolbox. Learn, study, and practice integrating them. Oh my God. And this is your message. Integrating them into your daily life. You may be more drawn to and working with certain elements than others. If you cannot work physically with the elements, then you can visualize them in meditation. Alchemize your being. And this is asking you to be mindful of the four elements: fire, earth, water, and air. Remember to stay in balance with these bodies, too, as too much always has consequences. Assess your relationship to the elements and strengthen the areas which are lacking. The key is to be in harmony, stay in control, and be like the magician in the tarot. Learn to master the elements within and without. Your fire would be your inspiration, could also be your anger, your emotions, the water, your intellect, the air. Learning about all of that and what they represent and just being more mindful of them in your day-to-day life. That's really cool. We should probably all do that. And then path you're going to be moving ahead. I feel like you're making great strides with spiritual growth toward the end of this year and just really nailing things down. It looks really good. Keep it up. All right. Recharge. And especially where interference, when anything comes in to interfere with this really great, powerful flow to drain it, like politics and all of that, make sure that you get out and recharge it. Don't allow that interference to drain your energy, because you've got going to have a really good spiritual flow going on there. All right, Ellen, that looks great. Keep us in the loop. All right, Crystal Rose. Okay. Can you see me going back to work? Please? Thank you. All right, let's take a look. I think we can just use a regular Rider Waite deck. This is the Albano style one with the white backing. Okay. Crystal Rose, can you see me going back to work? Crystal Rose, back to work? Is that coming for her? Hi, spiritual mentors. Could you please assist me? Is she going to be going back to work? Crystal Rose? She'd like to know, please and thank you. Going back to work. Crystal Rose. Okay, there we got the walking away and Emperor. Authority, father. That could even be work. I don't know. I see there is help. There is getting help, asking for help, or giving help. And there is transformation. There is a change. There's an ending and a new beginning. There's going to be help with this. I think quite possibly there could be an older man that could help you. I'm not sure. Hello. But I feel positive. I'm feeling positive about this. Okay, this is the bully card. When people start trying to go too far and knock us down, trying to manipulate you, don't let anyone manipulate you, dear. Don't let them do it. There's manipulation here. Let me see. There's going to be clarity with the sun. That's good. And that you need to release, let go of something. There's something here, pain wise, sorrowful wise, that's got to be let go of. What is that? It's someone manipulating you. Is it older male energy? Making you think that you're not maybe good enough? Maybe that's it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I get like some physical it's being stressed. Okay, try to release the stress, okay? Issues with sleeping, is that happening? Interrupted sleeping, health issues? Something becomes clear. And it's like it's stress-based problem. All right. And I think you will come to a crossroads. There is going to be an offer. I do get that there is an offer or an approach. So I think that there's going to be a decision on your part regarding that. I think you're going to go back and forth with it. And there's some rocky times and being watchful, looking for work. I think you will. Right now, you may not see how that's going to happen with the high priestess because there's something hidden, but you do have a new job here. There's something like a new start, but there is some sort of mystery around it for right now. But it's there. It's not. There's a lot of release of trapped sorrow, anxiety, and I think once you're able to start to do that, then it looks like it shifts. And I don't know why, but we do get the high priestess. Follow your intuition always when she comes up. I feel like there's going to be a job there coming up. All right. Yeah. With the Ace of Swords, there's clarity with that, and a King of Cups, maybe through a King of Cups. But right now, I don't see it. I see moving through a lot of difficult emotion and feelings about yourself that you need to let go of, especially if it's negative. And you need to value yourself and that you actually have something to offer because you do. And I see that's going to change. And I don't know how it will happen, but I see it coming up with the high priestess, a new job, and there's going to be clarity with the sun and the ace of swords, the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So yeah, you got to watch your boundaries though. Don't let people manipulate you. Stand up to them. Tell them to F off. I'm serious. Because they will break your heart and take advantage of you and your kindness. So don't put up with that. Okay? So I see, yes, you do have a job coming up. It's a little further down the road, Crystal Rose. There's emotional things to work out and go through, but it comes up, and I think in connection to a male, possibly the man I like. Possibly them. So bad sleeping, yes. Work on lowering your stress because that's what's keeping you miserable now. And I think creating more anxiety than you need. I know it's going to sound really silly, but honestly, and I know that everything's expensive now, but if you can't get to a massage or something like that, a warm shower with your favorite essences, and just getting yourself to relax is really important. And that might help you before bedtime too. Might help you to feel like and clean sheets. Do yourself the TLC treatment. I'm serious. And start doing that because I think that's what yourself really needs. I think there's some depression going on and not feeling good about yourself. That needs to change. You're enough. I do see a new job coming up. All right. And trust your intuition. Work on the spirit, feed your spirit good things right now because there's a little lull and that's okay. It's not the worst thing. And yes, I do see you going back to work. I do. Okay. All right. Okay. And Gina, my Cancer and I post eclipse season. Okay. Last question here. And Nicholas, I will deal with your question in the comment section after the live, and I will write my response to your question, okay? Okay, because I'm starting to lose my voice. Okay. Gina and her Cancer post-eclipse season. How does that look? How do things look for Gina and her guy post-eclipse season? Looks really good. We get the card of recognition and of overcoming obstacles with the Six of Wands. And it's paired with, you know, you're being very chill, you're taking your time and experiencing, building things, achieving goals, going along. That looks really good. Things are good. We have the card of the Nine of Cups. That's very super positive. That's the wish come true kind of card. People are happy, and you're looking to the future, and you're looking for maybe even to travel. I don't know. Maybe you guys are going to do a little road trip, or even if it's only a small trip. And then there's the home issue. There's the harmony and help. That looks so positive. It seems so even keel is what I get. It's very even keel and supportive and positive and connected. It looks really good, Gina. And it looks like helping each other, focusing on helping the environment, helping people in the community, maybe even around your locality. And we see some energy picking up here with the Knight of Swords coming in real fast. Some news, a Queen of Cups, through about a Queen of Cups. Fast, impulsive, but also very clear. And I don't know if this is about marriage or belief system, something becomes clear. There's an approach or an offer. greater awareness and I think healing. It just looks really good. I don't know what all that's going to be about, but hey, it looks great. Okay. So it looks like you guys are going to be working on stuff, plodding along just like you should be. All right. It looks really great. You got it. Because I'm starting to get love all your cats. Oh, yes. And you're never alone. All of them are with you. It's probably pretty crowded. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Um, just know that it's true. None of us are ever alone. And if you're going through darkness right now, keep driving, keep going through, process it, and you're so loved. Just know that you are so much more than just this body, just this life, okay? And don't take it too seriously. Seriously. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you.